It's raining like crazy here in Kyoto, but look at that train. The Shinkansen's here. Japan's bullet train, lightning fast. It goes up to 300 kilometers per hour. 2 hours later, we arrive in Hiroshima and then Miyajima Island. And this is Itsukushima Shrine. Those red walkways are right on the water. Rain or not, this place looks unreal. Yep, still raining. We're walking through these tiny old streets, umbrellas everywhere, heading into the forest towards the temple. Miyajima has traditional Japanese homes and historical structures, including the Shinjokaku Pavilion built in 1587. While many of the famous buildings are religious, the island has traditional private residences. For centuries, the island was considered so sacred that it was forbidden to be born or even die here. The rain is just part of the vibe now. Everything's green and soaked in a good way. Then, out of here, a bridge, a river, a couple of deer, just chilling like it's totally normal. They're wild here, but super calm, almost like they run the place. The river's going crazy under the bridge, but it's kinda peaceful too. Honestly, Miyajima in the rain hits different, quiet, weirdly relaxing. Because the island was considered so sacred, commoners could not even set foot on it. The famous Itsukushima shrine was thus built on stilts over the water, so that pilgrims could approach it by boat and worship without having to desecrate the holy ground. The iconic red torii gate is not anchored into the seafloor. Instead, it is so massive, weighing around 60 tons, that it stands freely on its own weight. We are at Daishoin Temple now, and there is like 500 tiny statues along the stairs. Each one got a different face. Some are smiling, some look bored, one's even got sunglasses on, no joke. They are covered in moss and water dripping off them, but they look awesome. This temple, super old, like 1000 years old, and so peaceful even with people walking around. You can hear nothing but rain and bells. And yeah, these stairs are brutal, but honestly, totally worth the climb. The funny part is that many of these revered Buddhist disciplines, also called rakan, are also dressed in adorable hand-knitted woolly hats and scarves, especially during colder seasons. These are made and offered by patrons of the temple as a way to keep the statues warm. The practice adds a heartwarming modern twist to the ancient Buddhist figures. Inside the temple grounds is a dimly lit cave containing 88 statues, each representing one of the 88 temples on the Shikoku pilgrimage. Sand from each of the 88 Shikoku temples is buried under the corresponding statues in the cave. It is believed that by walking over the sand, you can receive the same blessings as completing the entire 88 temple pilgrimage. Okay, the stairs just keep going. My legs are burning. Rain's still going strong, but we're almost at the Gokurakukanon temple. This place is high up in the mountains and feels like a hidden spot no one talks about. Locals say the rain here is supposed to be lucky, so I'm just telling myself that's true. Did you know this place was built in 1259 by the samurai aristocrat Hojo Shigetoki and the monk Nincho in a valley literally called Hell Valley because corpses were once abandoned there? The temple used to be ginormous, 49 sub-temples, a 13-story pagoda, and hundreds of buildings, but thanks to war, fires, and earthquakes, almost everything got wiped out. Here's the weird part. Ninsho wasn't just meditating. He ran free clinics for the sick, built baths for lepers, and even horse hospitals around the temple grounds. Over 46,000 patients treated. Yep, there is a cherry tree on the grounds called the Zakigakabe Sakura that reportedly has both single and double blossoms in the same branch. The slope right near the temple, the Gokaraku Zaka Kiridoshi Pass, was used as a strategic military road in the Kamakura period and even had gate control capability. We're back in Hiroshima now, and yeah, still raining. The Pond of Peace looks calm though. The memorial cenotaph is just right ahead. Hiroshima is Japan's top lemon town. It produces more domestic lemons than almost anywhere else. It's also home to the world's largest collection of maple leaf-shaped cakes called Momiji Manju, sweet, weirdly shaped pastries you'll see everywhere. There is an island nearby called Rabbit Island, where hundreds of free roaming bunnies will hop onto you. Inside the Hiroshima Museum now, they have got a 3D model of the city before the bomb, and then the animation shows what happened. A handful of people actually survived both atomic bombings. They were in Hiroshima when the bomb hit, fled to Nagasaki, and then survived that bombing 3 days later. The most famous was Tsutomu Yamaguchi, officially recognized by Japan as a double survivor. More than 170 hibaku trees have survived till this day from the bombing.